Hey folks, welcome to PlayBranson, the show where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and today's episode is brought to you by iBranson.com. It's the place where you can find the latest Branson social schedules and attraction information. So be sure to go to iBranson.com. Our guest today is Stephen Baker, and he's at a new show in town called David at the Sight and Sound Theaters, one of the biggest anticipated new shows in town this year. Now, we're on our ninth season, and so we're glad to be back with you this year. Be sure to tell us who you'd like to see on a future episode. Be sure to go to our Facebook page and message us, and we'll do our best to get them on. Now, we'll be right back with Stephen Baker here on PlayBranson.
The Lord is my shepherd. All I've ever wanted was to be a man after God's own heart. I'll do it! I'll fight Goliath! Come here, boy! I give you David!
You are the true king of Israel.
I knew it was you. So stop.
Now bring David to me, for he must die.
The crown has changed him. You have to go.
He's here! He's here!
Who are you?
We're outlaws.
All right, man. Time to start fighting to defend God's people.
Battle belongs to the Lord! Today you have placed this crown of pure gold upon the head of your servant David.
I spent every moment of every day building his kingdom, yet I've never felt farther from his presence.
You're doing too much. Just ask for help.
Do you know who she is?
Bathsheba.
Bring her to the palace.
Man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart.
Your truth is in the sky, your breath in our hearts.
Never forget, not every battle is won with the sword.
You are not alone. The Lord is with you.
How great you are, how great you are.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson, and on today's show, for the first time ever, I have Stephen Baker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, and so you are with Sight and Sound, and we're going to talk about this new show, David, and you play Uriah.
Yes.
But before we talk about the show, we want to go way back, and we want to talk about how you got into this business. Tell us about your career, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, great. So I've been a part of music my whole life since a young age, but actually was introduced to Sight and Sound with my family, going to see the shows growing up, and eventually actually auditioned as a kid, and so me and my brother were in the shows as child actors, which was fun.
Now, was this in Branson or Lancaster?
This was in Lancaster, so
Okay.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So my bridge to Branson is through Sight and Sound. I also went through the Sight and Sound Conservatory program just following high school, and then now been here for about 8 seasons with Sight and Sound here in Branson.
So let's go back, because you said you started as a young child.
Yeah.
And so have you basically went from high school out right into Sight and Sound then?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the conservatory program is something that it's actually open to all ages, but a lot of folks following high school, that's something that, you know, if they want to see if they're still interested in that, which was my case, I'm like, do I still want to do this theater thing? I'm not sure. So I went to the conservatory and it was like, this is it. Like, I just love this. So yeah, that's kind of how I got plugged in as an adult with Sight and Sound.
And how long is that program for?
It's now a 2-year running program. It's changed a little bit over the years. I was one of, I think, the 3rd class, so it was pretty new when I first did it. But yeah, 2-year program, and you get to be in the shows alongside the actors, and also taking classes outside of show times to hone your skills and learn the craft.
And so kind of take us through your journey of the different shows that you've been in.
Yeah, so going all the way back would be as a kid, I did Roost and Miracle of Christmas, the Voices of Christmas show, and Abraham and Sarah. And then for my conservatory year was crazy. We did 3 shows that year. So it was Moses, Joseph, and I'm trying to remember the third that year. Moses, Joseph, and Miracle of Christmas again.
Okay.
And then out here, I've done Samson twice, done Jesus, and Esther, and Miracle of Christmas, now David. So it's been,
Wow.
kind of a lot going on, but really happy to be here and love getting to do what I do.
Now, how do you determine whether you're going to stay in Lancaster or come to Branson? Or is that just based on the show or where they want you, or how does that all work?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we'll audition for the year, and we can, if you're an in-house, already existing cast member, you can say what you would prefer and write that down on your interest form. I think I'd be interested in going to Branson or Lancaster, but it's all up to casting and whatever they decide there. But my girlfriend at the time, now wife, moved out here to Branson, so it was an easy choice to follow her out to Branson, and so we get to work together, which is really fun too.
Yeah. What's been the thing in Branson that has surprised you the most?
I don't think I knew the beauty of the nature of Branson, because I'm from East Coast. Vacations usually happen up and down the East Coast, so Branson wasn't a frequent for my family, but since moving out here, it's just a beautiful landscape. Didn't know all the stuff that there is to do in town, which is super fun. So that's a cool part of living in Branson, is you get to experience the beauty of the area, but also get to experience the fun of having all these attractions around to do on the weekends or whatever.
So if somebody is out there saying, hey, I'd like you were sitting out in the audience at one point and now you're in the show. So if somebody was sitting out in the audience, what kind of advice would you give them? Like, what kind of skill set would they need to have? What would they need to hone their skills on?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think first, just doing inventory within yourself of what you love, what you enjoy to do. And also just being humble about getting people's input that you respect, that you see the work they do and you really love. So taking lessons, trying your best, getting feedback, doing auditions. I feel like audition is just what you need to do. That's part of the way you learn as well.
Yeah. Now, are you more of a singer, or do you feel like you're more of an actor, or both?
Yeah, I mean, we have to kind of do it all at Sight and Sound. So I would say what I love the most is singing first. That's one of my favorite things. So I just love to sing. But getting to sing in storytelling through the shows that we do is such a joy and such a meaningful way to apply my love of singing, So, yeah.
Yeah. But every year you have to try out for the cast. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah. Does that create a little tension?
I think there's a little bit of a healthy trust that you have to have. But I mean, Sight and Sound loves to retain employees because we love to build a culture where we are. And
like
so it is, it's something that I think also each person just has to leave in the Lord's hands and be like, hey, where you want me is where you're going to have me. Yeah. So if there's a no, there's a reason for a no. So I'm here as long as the Lord has me here, and as long as Sight and Sound will have me, because I just love the work we get to do.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody's thinking about coming to Branson on vacation. What are your personal recommendations besides David?
Yeah. I mean, of course, you got to see the Strip. You got to check out the Ferris wheel and Andy's Custard. I never knew about Andy's Custard because that's this Midwest thing. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it's easily addictive.
For sure. But yeah, of course, all these shows in town are super awesome. So we are blessed to be just one of the awesome parts of this community of show business here in Branson.
Yeah. So in the show, and we're going to come back and with one of your partners in the show talk more about the show, but you play Uriah.
Yes.
And so tell people, who is Uriah?
Yeah, so Uriah is, he's one of the 7 mighty men, which are David's closest companions in the show. And Uriah is one of the folks that really David is a mentor to. And really everything that Uriah has learned that's good in life, he's learned from David. And so later on, the irony is that really he becomes this mirror for David to look at of what he has embodied and taught these men. And he eventually becomes, Uriah, becomes a victim of one of David's darkest moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the tension right there.
Yeah.
That's the tension. We'll be back, folks, in just a moment. We're going to talk more about this new show, David at Sight and Sound. You don't want to miss it. It's going to blow your mind. We'll be right back. Have you seen our new PlayBranson magazine? Well, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's shows, attractions, golf, the lakes, and more, you need to get the PlayBranson magazine. It's free. It's located all over town in racks, so be sure to pick up a PlayBranson magazine. Going to Branson for some relaxation and fun? You've got to stay with Branson's award-winning hotel family, Meyer Hotels. Meyer Hotels features 4 hotels in Branson with the best locations for your trip. Choose from brands you know and trust, like the Holiday Inn Express on Green Mountain Drive, the Best Western Centerpoint Inn, Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, and the Comfort Inn and Suites. Enjoy refreshing indoor pools and hot tubs. Do you like free? How about a free hot breakfast each morning? Free vacation planning services, and of course, smiles are always free. Want even more value? Go to MeyerHospitality.com and join our e-club to save 15% off your next stay and check out incredible deals with our vacation packages. Call 1-877-FUN-STAY to book Branson's award-winning hotels or visit MeyerHospitality.com. It's your safe choice for award-winning lodging in Branson. MeyerHospitality.com. Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. In today's show, I have 2 guys from Sight and Sound. From David, I have Stephen Baker, right?
That's right.
And you play Uriah.
Yes.
And then Josh Reeves, you play Joab.
Yep.
And so let's just talk about David. This is a brand new show that's launching this year at Sight and Sound. Tell people, what can they expect? What are they going to get?
So David is such a dynamic character in Scripture. He did so many things, all the way to the point that even Jesus was called the son of David, because he is a descendant of the line of David. But David was a shepherd boy who loved to sit out with his sheep and play music. He was incredibly talented at playing the harp. He wrote most of the Psalms that are in Scripture. While he was still a shepherd boy, he killed a giant. He killed Goliath, which skyrocketed him into kind of almost fame of in the area and in Israel for being the savior of Israel. And he also went to play harp for King Saul, who was tormented, and David's music helped soothe him. And then, don't want to give too much away in the story of itself, but Saul is trying to hunt David at one point. David ends up becoming king of Israel, and he is the king who clears out all of the people from the promised land.
With any show at Sight and Sound, the scale is huge. So we'll have, 4-story high sets. Something that's really cool in David is we have our LED screen backdrop. So the scenes are kind of playing out along with all the set moves and the lighting, and it's really married well, super beautifully. So huge impact in that way. But we of course have like our animals and stage combat, and all of the music in the show is original, inspired mostly from the Psalms in the Bible. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the David show.
Yeah. And so when you talk about music, like people can buy the soundtracks, right, of the show.
Yeah. Wherever you stream music, you can find the David original cast recording.
Yeah. what's your favorite scene or song from David, and why?
Oh, I guess my personal favorite would be Psalm 51, which is towards the end of the show, after David has made his mistake and he's coming back to the Lord and just crying out, and that just begging the Lord for forgiveness. It's so beautifully done. The music alone will make you weep. But the setting of it as well, it's just so perfectly done that it just brings you to tears every time.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting the chills here. Like you could just feel it. And what about you?
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to pick a favorite. But definitely one of my favorites is Creation Sings. It's the opening of Act 2, and there's just this beautiful display of celebrating the beauty, the power, the strength of God through creation, on the earth, in the ocean, in the sky, and seeing just how huge God is, and yet how close he is to us, and how he calls us his friend. It's just a super meaningful but also beautiful song.
Yeah. So Sight and Sound brings the Bible to life. Okay. And so maybe somebody, man, they're not religious, they don't know anything about the Bible. Should they still come to see this show?
Yes. I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what you believe. Our shows are absolutely incredible. We have a 300-foot wraparound stage with live animals. The quality of the music, the quality of the productions is, in my opinion, unrivaled.
No, I think you're about right there. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you believe. You will still be entertained, and you will still leave happy that you came to see the show.
Yeah. And they may learn something.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they may learn something. Let's talk about your characters a little bit more, and what role they play in this production.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're both a part of the Troop of Mighty Men, which is a group of guys that David kind of happens upon, who we all look up to him, all have so much respect for him, for his leadership, his humility, and also his courage. He was a warrior, and he really made us into the warriors that we become. So yeah, that's kind of who we are as a group. But we all have these different quirks or these different specific things about us. And of course, we're all warriors, but we have these different weapons. So Uriah has this awesome bow. Joab, he starts out with a club, yeah?
Start off with a club. At some point I use a sling, a sword and shield.
He does a lot.
A spear, like a lot of different fights.
Yeah. But David's, of course, known for his fight with Goliath, right?
Yes.
And so can you guys tell us a little bit about that scene? Because I hear it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so the scene with Goliath is super cool. Of course, iconic moment in the story. When we think of David, we think of David and Goliath. But the way that we do it at Sight and Sound, it's one of the biggest animatronic pieces we've ever had on stage, 14-foot tall giant. We have incorporate a moment of slow motion, and it really is one of the coolest, most impactful, jaw-dropping scenes, I think, that we've done to date. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome scene. I don't really know what else to say about that besides it's huge.
It's
Goliath's
the
big.
most epic scene that I have seen on stage.
Wow.
I will put it that way. It will take your breath away.
Yeah. So if I hear taking your breath away, weeping, like this is gonna be a roller coaster of a production based on what you've said.
Yes.
For sure.
Is this safe for the whole family to come see? I mean, is it good for the whole family?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sight and Sound always does a really great job at making shows family friendly. Even when we know that some of the characters have darker pasts or darker things or mistakes, they've done a really great job at not covering it up and pretending it's not there, but doing it in a way that we understand the sin but still making it family friendly.
And what you're saying is like, you're thinking about that stuff ahead of time.
Yes.
To say, we know there's going to be a whole bunch of different types of people in the audience, and we're dealing with difficult stuff sometimes. And so your people have that all figured out.
Yep.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice if Hollywood had it all figured out?
Yeah.
So, can you guys talk about, like, as Sight and Sound, like, you guys are doing movies. Can y'all talk about that, or is that kind of outside y'all's realm?
Yeah. To be honest, we don't know a whole lot of what goes on either. In the film world, things do have to kind of be held close to the chest until it's all released. So we're anxiously awaiting more as well.
Okay, here's a great question. What do you hope people are taking away as they exit the theater after seeing David? What do you think they're going to be thinking?
Our hope is that when they leave the theater, they understand grace and mercy and forgiveness. Just with the story of David and what he went through, the mistakes he made, but that he still ran back to God instead of fighting to cover up what he did and fighting to protect who he was. He relented to the Lord and cried out and begged for forgiveness, and that each one of us has the ability to cry out for that same forgiveness, and that the Lord will meet us right there.
Man, this is going to be, I'm so looking forward to seeing this show. Did we miss anything? Anything you guys want to share we missed?
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Really excited for Branson to come be able to experience David.
Okay, folks, if you haven't booked your tickets yet to David, you better do it, because they sell out a lot. I guarantee it'll probably be the #1 show in Branson in 2025. So make your reservations now. Go see David. It is going to be epic. We'll be back in just a second to wrap the show up. We often provide tips on how to make your Branson vacation better. So have you guys seen the Flavor of Branson magazine? Now, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's restaurants, this is the most complete guide for dining. And guess what? It's free. It's located all over town in racks, and it will help save you money. Stretch those vacation dollars even further. There are about 20 coupons in the back. It lists all the restaurants and categories. And so check this out. Be sure to check it out in the lobby of your hotel.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've been talking to Stephen Baker with David. Now you can see that show at the Sight and Sound Theater. It'll be going all year through January 3rd. So we're excited it's going to be here the whole season. Lots of different times that you can see it and dates. So check the schedules out either at their website at sight-sound.com or iBranson.com. Now, if you need help planning your entire Branson vacation, be sure to go to iBranson.com, or you can call them at 1-877-ENTERTAIN. They've been serving as guests in Branson for 30 plus years, helping people plan their vacations. You can also find all of our Play Branson episodes online, so be sure to check us out on Facebook or YouTube. Now, it really helps if you would like us and subscribe. You can also find our episodes on thevacationchannel.com or playbranson.com. However you want to watch us, we're there. Go see some live entertainment this week, support our local musicians, and enjoy the music. That's it for today, and we'll see you next time here on Play Branson.